to close the second quarter 13-3 and tie it up at halftime. What did you see as the difference in that third quarter when Denver made their push?
At one point, we was outscored 29-11.
How do you balance the sort of looking at the 4 losses so far at this point in the season with just everything going on? What do you think the biggest thing you guys have to do to turn it around?
We're gonna make some shots.
Okay. Do you feel like missed shots are contagious, or is it a combination of a bunch of things?
Well, we had some turnovers. I mean, I was the byproduct of that. I mean, I had some unforced turnovers today, just trying to make the right play, but not being aggressive enough, and forcing a lot of things. But yeah, we're gonna make some shots.
Is that when you guys kind of start out as cold as you guys have on shooting? Does that make it difficult in times in offense to trust each other and keep the ball moving and keep things going?
No, because you just got to still play the game the right way no matter what.
The nature of turnovers in the past, how would you characterize the ones that you had tonight? You said you were saying...
I wasn't aggressive enough on a lot of my turnovers. I was coming off a lot of screens, looking to pass to get guys involved. And I wasn't aggressive enough, and that was some careless turnovers on my part.
Is that like a natural familiarity that you have with ADs when things aren't necessarily going to work or still need more time around you, that you're going to try to go to that, and that led to some of them?
No, that's an easy fix for me. I'll be much better on Friday with that. I've done that over and over throughout the course of my career. It's an easy fix. I'm not worried about that.
You guys are only 4 games into this. Do these problems feel like only 4 game into the season problems, or is there a heft or a weight to any of this and to this start that this is maybe more serious than just early season stuff?
I mean, some of it is early season stuff, obviously. Obviously, like I said, it's a new system. It's a new group of guys together. We're still trying to get familiar with one another. I think defensively, besides tonight, especially with our transition, I think we gave up over 30 in transition. That's not good. But overall, throughout the season so far, we've been 3rd overall in defensive ratings, top 10 in pretty much everything defensively, and we've been bottom everything offensively. So that's part of the game. You gotta, you want to defend to keep yourself in the game, which we did. Was able to make the 13-3 run to close out the quarter. And then in the third quarter, we couldn't score, and they was able to get out and run, and they boosted the lead back up.
You've always talked about how the game will tell you how to attack and stuff like that. Do you need to be more aggressive offensively for yourself?
Yes.
After the third game, I think you talked about how the defense was still there, even despite the shooting struggles. Was tonight maybe a case of it just, all right, it got to a point of frustration when the shots weren't falling? No,
I don't think so. I think, we're dealing with a heck of an offensive team. They've been playing with an extreme pace as the season began. Anytime Joker gets the ball off the rim, he's busting out. He's one of the best point forwards or point centers, whatever you want to classify him in this league. You have to be always with your head on the swivel. All 5 are running. We didn't do a good job of pointing out guys in our area. A lot of times, sometimes we were trying to match up to our own guys, but transition, you don't have a man. So we watch film over that and see ways we can get better with that. But Joker's definitely unique.
Last one for LJ, go over to AD.
Russ is dealing with a hamstring. You guys have played with him, as a group for most of the season. Do you guys feel like you missed him? And so what areas do you think, aggressive-wise, getting to the paint against Denver, I think, pretty bad rim defense. Is that an area you think where you guys maybe missed him?
Obviously. We miss not only Russ, we miss Dennis, his ability to get into the lane, his ability to make plays. But Russ definitely dealing with a hamstring. I played with D-Wade in Miami, and I don't know how, you got to just, be cool on that. You can't force it. You can't, until that thing is ready to go, you got to be very conscious of that. So, obviously, to shift gears, we're dealing with that Ohio State right now with Jackson Smith, with his lingering hamstring, too. So, just got to deal with that very, very precise until it's ready to go.
Did we play sports for Ohio State?
Nah, not much.
All right, let's talk LeBron, guys. He had 19 points, 8 of 21, 8 turnovers. He called them not being aggressive and careless. Also talked about the offense struggling big game. Say that he himself has to be more aggressive moving forward. Got to find ways to score.
Yeah, I think, you know, from LeBron's point of view, we know what he can do individually. I think it's up to him to see how he can get other guys involved, get the ball moving, get more guys involved so they won't be so unpredictable. You know, get the teams out of those zones. He's got to figure out a way to be a little bit more motion, I think, for LeBron. Sometimes he gets a little bit ISO and stagnant, but when he's on the break and, you know, when he's attacking, I think that's what he's talking about.
You know, sometimes you want to say, LeBron, come out like you did when they were down in the fourth quarter, play like that from the get-go. Then you realize, uh-oh, that's 20 years. I don't know if he can play with that energy from jump, because if you look at the first quarter night, I think he only took one shot in the first quarter. And it was kind of one of those ones where he was like sitting back, because I think he was expecting AD to go out and go at Jokic. Say,
which they started in the beginning.
And which we did. And everyone was moving, then he kind of got in that mode where he was like, okay, I'm going to let y'all do your thing. But when you losing like this, LeBron, you need to go ahead and jump on them early, extend that energy, because if you do what you need to do, by the time fourth quarter roll around, you can be load managing on the bench.
Hey, all the great ones did it. You know, MJ would do it, try to get everybody involved and take over in the second half. Even Kobe would do it from time to time. You know, he would defer, and then say, okay, it's not working, I'm going to take it over. I like LeBron's answer also. 8 turnovers tonight, LeBron? He said, yeah, that's not going to happen Friday. Trust me, I'm going to go to school on what I did in this game. It sounds like he's already thinking about it. I was not assertive enough. I doubt he'll be defer all the way in the first half again in a couple days in Minnesota.
Can you sense that frustration?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
But, you know, you try to manage it and try to be cool about it, but yeah, it's in that locker room right now, and it's gonna be with them, you know, until they can, you know, get rid of it, get a win, get on track. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Rob told me this is nothing. We were here during the 17 win seasons. I came in a little pouty. 4 minutes left in the game. Rob said, okay.
You remember during that time, James? I said tough times don't last.
Blocked it
Tough
out.
people do. I think this is just gonna, you know, this is building character for these guys.
No,
you know,
I agree.
It's building character, and it's getting these other guys to realize, you know, we can't just
Slow
sit
start.
back
Happens.
and let these big dogs do so. We got to step up too. We can't point the finger at AD, LeBron, all these guys. That bitch has to step up. Everybody has to step up, from the coaching staff down to the 6th, 8th, 10th man.
I mean, bottom line, it's sooner or later you're going to hit shots, right? I mean, 26%. And that's the highest they've shot from 3 through 4 games.
It's like a banner night for them so far this season. And, you know, LeBron,
just the truth.
Yeah, you can tell he's getting tired of talking about the shooting. He just said, you know, frankly, at the very beginning, just very crisply.
Yeah, and at least we had the transition.
Got to make shots.
We talked about the fast break points for Denver tonight.